with late game execution.
No, ain't no party like a Diddy party, so.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So I've been meaning to make this video. Actually, meaning to make multiple videos based on LeBron's interview with Pat McAfee Wednesday, but I just didn't get to it. Sometimes forget I really gotta start jotting stuff down for the remainder of my tenure on YouTube, so I can remember certain videos. But I gotta point this out right quick. And we pointed this out already. We already pointed this out. How LeBron likes to go to all these podcasts like the Kelseys. No, not Kelseys. Yeah. Yeah. Travis Kelce and Jason Kelce. The Kelce's podcast, and I don't know why I had a brain fart right there. Pat McAfee recently, and doing things with JJ Redick for that Mind the Game podcast. And I don't know how JJ's minding the game when he making stupid mistakes. But now he got the Mind the podcast with Steve Nash and all this stuff. So yeah, LeBron has a certain flavor he likes to work with. But there's no problem with that. But at the same time, there's Draymond Green, who LeBron has an animated appearance on. Draymond Green made an appearance on his, the shop, whatever that's called. There's Shannon Sharp, who recently called out LeBron for his stupid ass play against the Chicago Bulls this past Thursday. So I don't think LeBron's gonna be on Shannon's show anytime soon. Oh yeah, I forget that LeBron was also, I think, a couple of times maybe. I know he was on it. I don't know how many times, but he was also on that side commentary show with Peyton Manning and Eli Manning on Monday nights. So I ain't gonna forget that one either. He has not showed up for Gil's Arena, even though Gilbert Arenas is out there caping and capping for him all the time. But you get my angle where I'm going with this. LeBron does not show up for the brothers, but show up for the white brothers. But this guy calls himself the black activist. He is all hooting and hollering, making himself known during the Summer of Love 5 years ago. Talk about he read books and all this stuff. Never could get past the first page of a Malcolm X autobiography book and all this other stuff. I'm black, y'all. I'm black, y'all. I'm blackity black, y'all. But yeah, that's all cool and all. But recently now, you've been what was it, Drake? I think it was, and his minions over there. Put you on blast for liking the snow bunnies. And it ain't nothing wrong with snuggling with snow bunnies. I tend to like doing that from time to time. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with snuggling with snow bunnies and doing podcasts with white dudes and all that stuff. Ain't nothing wrong with that. And nothing wrong with calling yourself a black activist. I don't know why I'm thinking about Don't Be a Menace though, right? When I said black activists and snuggling snow buddies. Some of y'all might get my reference to, yeah, Don't Be a Menace. But anyways, so on that podcast or his show, I should say, not podcast, but where we show on Pat McAfee's show, LeBron calls out players. I think this is what he's calling out. Players like Charles Barkley and Shaq. Saying they were athletic and everything else, but called them, to make a long story short, unintelligent. Right? Calling other black men unintelligent right in front of the white man. but he calls himself a black activist. You know what that sounds like to me? That sounds like a lefty. Because lefties pretend to like black folk, but they don't really like black folk. Some of them just become black activists because of clout and money and all kinds of other stuff. Sort of like what LeBron is doing. Hmm. Hmm. Hey, y'all, my subscribers. Yo, do you guys consider LeBron to be a black activist, even though he's out there calling uh, other black men unintelligent right in front of the white man and not showing up for his minions who are black but showing up for the white brothers out there instead? Well, I call that a fake activist. Like I said, ain't nothing wrong with hanging out with the white folk. I do it sometimes. Ain't nothing wrong with hanging out with the snuggling with the snow bunnies. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But I don't think I ever once called other black people dumb, unintelligent, or nor did I call myself ever a black activist, BLM, black fists in the air. I never claimed none of that, but LeBron does. Hypocrite. And that's why this guy is not liked by many of us on the YouTube and across the globe, because everything about him is artificial and fake. I rest my case. But y'all Lakotas out there, y'all can still think that, but it should make you sound dumb though. We still think that. But anyways,
Hot trash cans. Hot trash cans. Why is LeBron so hot? Trash cans.